All right, so yesterday we went over author's purpose. So let's review that. The author's purpose is all about pie. The P stands for persuade. The author is trying to get you to do something or believe what he is saying. For example, an ad like McDonald's, I'm loving it. An ad to buy something, Chick-fil-A, or something to make you believe what they believe. Inform. The author gives you information about a topic. For example, the average American eats 6 slices of pie each year. I'm pretty sure that's just on Thanksgiving alone. Another example is pie has been around since the ancient Egyptians. Interesting. Here we have oceans, a magazine about planes, frogs, and how does a seed grow? So they're giving you facts and information. To entertain. This is where the author tells you a story that we will enjoy. One day I was picking blackberries for a pie, and a big hairy bear snuck up behind me. So here are some entertaining books. And then we also talked about to explain something using steps, like a how-to recipe. And the D in pied was for descriptive or to describe. And that is where they're using your 5 senses to tell you how something smells, tastes, looks, feels, or sounds. So we are going to look at some examples and try to guess what the author's purpose is. Author's purpose practice. Let's see how you recognize the author's purpose for writing what they wrote. First, Todd was in his basement. He was searching everywhere for his sled. Across town, Benny was in his attic. He was searching too. It was time for one more of Todd's and Benny's contest. This time the winner would be the first to make sled tracks down the big hill. Todd planned to be first. So did Benny. So what was the author's purpose for writing this? If your answer is to entertain, you are correct. Next we have vote for Carl for class president. Carl is a leader. Last year in 4th grade, he was a great vice president. This year, he volunteers to help with after-school clubs. He will do great things for our class. Carl promises more school dances and better choices at lunch. So vote for Carl for class president. What is the author's purpose for writing this? If your answer is that you're trying to persuade you to vote for Carl, then you are correct. Next, the author tried to persuade us to vote for Carl by telling us about his A, accomplishments and promises, B, grades and behavior, C, family and friends. So we know it did not mention anything about his family or friends. It did not mention anything about his grades and behavior. Our answer here that came straight from the text was about his accomplishments and promises. All right, so what is the author's purpose for this one? First, turn up the hem and press it into place. Then, turn under a small edge on the inside of the hem. Press that too. Next, pin the hem in place. Then thread a needle. Sew the hem in place. Use longer stitches on the inside and smaller stitches on the outside. That way, the stitches will barely show. What is the author's purpose for writing this? To inform, to explain, or to entertain? Our answer here is they are using a sequence to explain. What happens after you pin the him in place. Here in our text, using our text evidence, they give us you then thread a needle. So thread a needle is our answer. It's new, it's refreshing, it's Slurpee soda. This is the best soda in the world. If you drink this soda, you will jump higher, run faster, and be smarter in school. Try one today. Wow, that's some great advertisement. So what is the author's purpose for writing this? I'm 100% sure they are trying to persuade you to buy their soda and convince you that this is the best soda ever. Katina and her brother Jess were playing with the water hose outside one day. Jess was hiding from Katina so she wouldn't squirt him with the water. The back door opened and Katina pointed the water hose toward the door. It was Mom and she was dripping wet. What is the author's purpose for writing this? We can use the details that Jess was hiding from Katina so she wouldn't squirt him with the water, and that Mom was dripping wet to figure out that this is a descriptive text and the author is describing things to us. And that is the end.